Hey, Brandon, thank you so much for joining us today on our What's Brewing podcast.
Yeah, okay.
This is the local innovation station, so welcome.
Yeah.
So we've just been taking a minute to pull aside entrepreneurs throughout Brew and ask them about their experience and their journeys. So why don't you tell us who you are and what you do?
Okay, so my name is Brandon Harris. I'm the CEO, founder of Bloom. I like to tell people my life's broken into three parts: entertainment, technology, and community. And then really love being able to combine those things. And that's how I've been able to combine them to build a platform like Bloom, where our main focus is centralizing the live entertainment industry, utilizing AI. We start with two key stakeholders, performers and venues, to be able to book anytime and anywhere.
Okay, awesome. And how did this idea come about?
It stemmed from over 10 plus years working in the live entertainment industry as well as in tech. And so this opportunity to really help kind of push the industries forward, um, that's kind of how it arose.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were really into music
Yeah,
for a while?
like extremely performing, event managing, also venue supporting, but then also on the artist side, like helping them find a performance opportunity. So booking, I just really kind of like was thrown into it, and then I
Yeah.
like just kept learning, kept doing more and more,
Yeah.
getting connected, and I really started to understand how I can contribute to the space.
Super cool. Do you have a favorite artist or favorite genre of music?
Okay, so right now, favorite artist would probably be like Big Boogie.
Okay.
Just because like he just turns me up, like he gives me that energy that
Turns
I
you
need.
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
My younger brother makes a lot of music. His name is Rich Boy Troy. Shout out to him because he's just like a phenomenal artist. He focuses on making like clean but fun music. So I'm really proud of him for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what brought you to Brew and what has your experience been like so far?
So first, I have the pleasure of being a member of Nexus, and in which case they're one of the main organizers, if not the main organizers for Brew. So that has
We
allowed me,
dabble.
that has allowed me to experience all the hard work that everyone's been putting in, little by little. And so I would say that the main thing that I loved about Brew is seeing everyone's vision come to life, but then also being able to speak with people like Patty, meeting people like Jared Woods, who have like they're not necessarily like the same type of people,
Right.
but they both have a message to share, and they're
Yeah.
very passionate about what they do. So being able to experience them makes me kind of more well versed as an entrepreneur and creative.
Okay, awesome. And what is the theme of staying alive? How does that relate to you and your business and what you're doing?
I mean, bare minimum, trying to keep the business alive. You always have ideas and
Right.
goals. And so the staying alive, if you think about it, being able to learn more from industry professionals, learn more from subject matter experts, it helps you learn how you can keep your business alive. And not only just alive, how to make it thrive.
Right. Yeah. And what is a personal experience that you have seen that play out in your journey of entrepreneurship?
Where
Where you've had to persevere or pivot or change?
I mean, I think it's been throughout the entire thing, from telling people about your idea the first time and, someone telling me, oh, you're just trying to party, but it's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm trying to do more than that. There's real people who have a need. I'm trying to help solve that. But then also, not really knowing how to articulate that in a manner that's used to or consumable for others. So having to work through that, but then also you think about having a team where now you have this team that needs resources as well. Like they need to be paid. They have goals, they have missions, they have dreams, and so I think that the message of staying alive is how can you create an environment, a company where not only is the company's goals and mission being met, but also the individuals in there, so that collectively everyone can kind of stay alive.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Um, and have you always wanted to be an entrepreneur, or when did that kind of start?
I remember I was like probably like a little kid, maybe like what, like 8 years old, and I was like, I want to sell lemonade, and so like it was probably my first encounter with like outsourcing, because my mom made the lemonade, but I just sold it,
Okay.
So I was like, look, ma, I want to do this, and so she made all this lemonade,
Your biggest supporter.
and then I sold it and I kept all the money. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, you sold the product. You got to get
Yeah.
your commission.
You
That's awesome. So, what would be your piece of advice to someone who is trying to pivot or change in their business or organization right now?
I would just start by saying that the customer is kind of always the focus. Um, when you look at them and you say, how can I better support them? How can I better fit their needs? It really lets you know what gaps you have in your business. And then I think that then gives you the direction to know what to tackle next. So an example would be, right now with a musician, there's hundreds of musicians, thousands of musicians, if not hundreds of thousands of musicians who just need an extra team member. Like they need that support. Maybe it's a videographer, maybe it's like a booking agent, And so if we can kind of sit back and say, how can we better support them? That allows us to know, well, one, how are we currently supporting them? What do we need to do to improve? And then that gives us like a direction for us to now put our focus, energy, and efforts towards.
Right. Yeah. So true. I mean, that's a priority in business. So out of all the sessions you've been in, which one has been your favorite, and what's been your favorite takeaway?
Um, I kind of again give credit to Patty because like she is a very creative individual, but not only is she creative, she's like very visual based as well. So with her interactive kind of like project or brainstorming session, where it really allowed you to identify your current self and then your future self, I think that's kind of like a great visual business life plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's always great, because if you can visualize it, then you can make it happen.
How did it impact you, or what did you get out of it?
What I got out of it was to continue to utilize my imagination to see where I want to be, and then to sit down, take the moment to sometimes just draw,
Yeah.
to
Be a
really,
kid again,
yeah, because like that's where you have the most, I think, kind of like creative power in life, because you don't have a concept of a limit. You don't have a concept of like a fear,
Right.
of
There's
being
no
accepted.
right or wrong.
You're just, oh, I have an idea, and now you're just following it.
Yeah, I think that's crucial for entrepreneurs too, because it's always go, go, go. And what am I budgeting? What does my team look like? What do I need to do? Day to day operations type of deal. But I think entrepreneurs using that to their advantage is it's key.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, what would you say to someone thinking about attending Brew, or what would you recommend for another entrepreneur who needs something like this?
So what I would suggest for every entrepreneur is to come to Brew, because if you need something, you're gonna find it. Even if you didn't know that that's what you needed, you're gonna be like listening to one of these panels, and then they're gonna tell you something, and then you're gonna have an idea, and now you're gonna be like scribbling it down so that you can work on it later. And the beautiful part about Brew is you have like back to back moments of that. You have conversations where it's not the intent for you to learn anything, but just because there's so many passionate people, so many subject matter experts,
Right.
you just happen to learn along the way.
Yeah, because whenever people actually are passionate about what they're talking about, you want to listen. Well, thank you so much for all of your insight. Do you have anything else you would like to add or say?
I would guess like I should do shout outs like go Tigers,
Go Tigers.
go
Yes.
go Nixes, go Bloom, go Hairsaker, go Rosewoods. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
could do the whole like shout out to my
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us at Brew this year, Brandon. We appreciate your insight and your presence. Yeah, and we hope you continue to have a great rest of your brew experience.
Hey.
Everybody give it up for Brandon!